reporter Will Hollis is live at Felixstowe now and has the latest. Will, a lot of people are concerned that blockages at Felixstowe could lead to higher prices and even the unavailability of some goods, not least in the run-up to Christmas.
Yeah, well, one of the main headlines around this was a Unite spokesperson saying that they're expecting severe disruption. They wouldn't be doing it otherwise because there has to be some sort of a consequence for people to think that strike action is worthy, and they do think that strike action is worthy here. 92% of workers who are affiliated with Unite the Union decided to strike, so there's certainly a reason, there's certainly an expectation for the reason to go on strike. Obviously, we've been speaking to lots of different people about the reasons. That big reason, of course, is inflation. The workers here, people that might be working on the cranes or stevedores that latch the containers into place, they say that the reason is because they're experiencing the cost of living crisis and they'd like to get something a little bit more in line with inflation, a 10% pay rise. The number that we're hearing is that a 7% pay rise was rejected, and we've been speaking to the Unite regional officer, a guy called Miles Hubbard, about why this is happening and why it's happening now for the first time in 30 years when there hasn't been a strike since.
Today, this is the third day of 8 days of strike action by the dock workers at Felixstowe, the hourly paid dockers who perform the manual roles at the docks, basically the people who run the docks. Earlier this year, or at the beginning of the year, we surveyed our members, asking them how much they would consider a reasonable pay offer to be, and they said 10%, which is what we put to the company in our bargaining. We've since reached a failure to agree because the company hasn't reached anywhere near an offer we feel we can bring back to our members. We balloted on what was offered at the time, and our members came back with 80% of people voting, and 92% of those voted for industrial action, which is an incredible level of mandate for a trade union to have. We've tried to resolve that with the company and get to a place where everybody can live with, but unfortunately we failed to do that so far. So here we are. You know, as we said, strike action would take place beginning on Sunday, and sure enough, at 0600 on Sunday, the strike began, and here we've been ever since, really.
One of the arguments that the Port of Felixstowe will make is that they want the most recent offer to be voted on by its members. Are you willing to let your members vote on the offers that are being brought to them?
It's not a question of whether we're willing to let them vote. It's a waste of time. Our members have made it quite clear they're not going to accept the offer that's been made there. If you go around here and talk to them, you'll get that impression. There's no obligation on us to bring back every little movement of the negotiation. What we do is satisfy the committee, and the committee, by the way, is made up of dock workers, and the decision is made by dock workers on the committee when they're ready to take the offer back. And when the offer is right, we will take it back and ballot on it. You know, this is not an unreasonable pay claim. Our dockers do a hard, dangerous job. It's relentless, 24-hour operation. You know, they've given their all to this company. There hasn't been a strike here in 30 years. So they're not strike-prone militants, but this has been a long time coming. And you know, I think, again, by talking to people, as I know you've been here for a while, that people are truly angry and feel very badly served by the company.